What people don't understand is that injustice to one is injustice to all. I remember during the Boko Haram Bring Back Our Girls saga that was led by Obi Ezekwesili, some people were nonchalant about it. Some people carried it on their head. Some feel waiting concerning. Aisha Yusuf said something, said it might not be you today, it can be you or somebody that you know tomorrow. So when things are happening, it is not about to lend out our mouth, it's not about to lend out our opinions, it's not about to see injustice and call it injustice, right? So it's still update on VDM, and sometimes when some things you see people are doing that you cannot do, and maybe you have it in your mind to do and you don't have the liver, because this thing takes extra, not just courage, extra courage to come out and stand up for what everybody's afraid of, and you're just there, you shutting up somebody that is a freedom fighter that wants to change a cause. I don't get it. Allowed people to be, but I don't know, that human instinct of wanting to fight change, yet they want change. Like, I am yet to understand that. And some of us might feel it doesn't concern us. Some of us might feel I'm not a rattle and whatever. But do you know that Nigerians, we've been so strong and they've made us to survive tough terrain, by virtue of what we go through. And some of us have decided to just keep quiet over anything that we see for fear of being gagged, for fear of being kidnapped, because what we saw was not arrest. That's not how arrest is done. At least the lawyer issued a message, and he followed my previous video. I read out what he said. His face was covered and they beat him and carried him, all those kind of things. That's not arrest. This is somebody that has been saying, at least I follow him on his videos, say EFC should call me, I will talk. So is that how to invite somebody? So that's by the way. So what we're talking about here today is the three types of Nigerians I've observed in recent times. Criticism does not mean you must condemn someone or appraise the person or judge the person. I'm sure there are a lot of angles to criticism, right? But one thing I observe is that in this whole scenario going on, there are three types of Nigerians that burn themselves out, and some of them we see them in the street, some of them we see them on social media. That is what I want to talk about in this video today. The first kind of Nigerians you will see are those that don't care. Concern me. After not be my papa, not be my mama, waiting the man don't do for me before. Like, they don't give a flying F about what's happening, right? And like Aisha Yusuf would say during the Bring Back Our Girls protests, protest must not be, everybody, nobody's trying to break anything here. We're just saying we need our freedom, we need our mouth to be heard. People, if it's not your turn today, it might be your turn or somebody turns tomorrow. I knew plenty families, I know people that lost their life, people close to me during the heat of insurgency in the north. I wasn't there, but I know people that are affected, people very close to me. So these people that are just they don't give a flying F about what's happening in the country. They don't care, they're not even send. I don't know what their reason might be. Maybe fear. Sometimes somebody can be oppressed to keep quiet. Yes, I've observed that. I've seen it a lot happen. The things you've gone through, you'll be like, even if I talk, waiting will happen. So we have those category of people. They don't care. They don't give a flying F. Whatever is happening, how it take concern me. Life continues. Anyway, we'll come out and all of that. They don't care. And it's happened not just because of this. You see them in everything. Things happen in the country, even if they're supposed to talk, they won't talk. They don't even, they're just there. That's easy, emotionless kind of behavior. It's like it's not my business. And what if it becomes your turn tomorrow? You have a platform, you can say something, you can do something, you're just keeping quiet. We pray it won't be your turn tomorrow. Those are the first category of people you will see. They don't give a flying F. Whatever is happening, as they concern me. The one where we talk. Actually, I understand. Sometimes some of them might be like, during the NSAS protest, how did it end? You understand? So some people have really seen Nigeria to the end, and they're like, they have known the end of Nigeria when it comes to software. So they're like, what's it concern me? I don't even send. Those people are not even, they just try to bring out scenarios, forgetting that freedom fights or fight to get what you want is not just a one-stop fight. It's a continuous fight. There is something I always say. I say, change. You see this change, which we want change. The initiator of that change most times go for it. Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. You can't campaign for change and they will leave you, because it's just the irony, it's the paradox now I will call it. People that clamor for that change, by the time they see the way it's coming, I don't know, they will start fighting it. At the end of the day, people may accept it. It might take a while, but then a lot of things have happened. So if you're coming out for change, you know that it's not going to be a smooth ride. Even Jesus of Nazareth that we follow, the people accept him. Till today, people felt he made himself equal with God. How can he say he's God? You see what the Jews are Jews, they don't accept, they don't believe that. Some people don't even know the history about it. Just that they read one man, people they call themselves Christians, and all of those stuffs. Do you understand? So when you're clamoring for change, don't expect it to be a free ride. There is always going to be that bumps, that hurdles on the road. Those are the first category of people. The second category of people, I'm sorry if you belong to that category, but these are things I've observed, are people that are benefiting from the government. Yes. If people have any, any benefit from the government, say maybe they're into contracts, their parents are working there by salary, they are, how I put it now, they have any benefit from the government. Do you understand? They want to be bold to criticize because of fear of being trailed to their jobs, fear of losing the job. They're just being so careful. They will just be that kind of neutral. They might just like you know, they don't just check what is happening. Notice that people in this sector, they don't talk because of fear. Understand? So these two categories I've mentioned are those women that don't give a flying F. Whatever happens, what is my business? And second people are those that work with the government, that benefit from the government, have anything to do with the government, either them or their families. They don't say anything. This second category of people, because they have something to benefit from the government, be it salary, be it what's it called, contracts, maybe they have their people there, they will understand because of fear. They're actually eating from the government, or maybe they're working for the government, you know, all those talks, like all those stuff. They will never say anything. No matter what you say, they will just be looking at you. Because how can you criticize? How can you bite the finger that is feeding you? Do you understand? That is the second category of people. The third category of people are the people that don't have anything at stake. They are hustling for themselves. They know that we have been on this tough terrain of survival of the fittest. I'm surviving by myself. I have nobody to look up to except God and the streets. So you see them talking. That is where our VDM belongs to, understand? And a lot of Nigerians, because if you see people lending out their voice even on social media, understand, you will realize that they don't have it. Let's have people that are hustling, either they are content creators hustling for themselves, they have their businesses, you could just see it. So they are talking from their experience. So some of the Nigerians have happened to them by virtue of one or two experiences, understand? You could even see if you go through my videos, you will notice that I'm making a documentary of my journey, of my master's degree and all of those stuff, right? So these are things, when Nigeria don't shake you like this, sometimes when things like this happen, you will lend out your voice. You will lend out your voice in a very, like call it, not diplomatic, you're just saying how it happened. We can't deny the fact that some things are not happening, understand? Because, let me call it, we are freelancers, we don't have any benefits. For me, I always say that the only benefit I'm getting from government is my NYSC, which is a mandatory 1 year. After that, it has been me and the streets and hustling. So, you don't have anything to hold me for, and I'm not insulting anybody right now. I'm just saying, if somebody is out to do something, that is not, at least, like the fact that this guy will always say, EFCC, come and take me, invite me, I will come. So is that how to invite somebody? So anybody saying that is invite, that's why look at all these things happening. People are saying they kidnap, that is a kidnapping attempt. And they even forged identity, say that they are DSS. That was what they said, they were DSS, before they now discovered it was EFCC. So a lot of things. So Nigerians, if you see any of these people, you don't have to be, you just have to know that these categories of people are what we have in this country. Either they are just there, they don't care, they have something to do with the government, and the people that are in the streets hustling for themselves. So those ones mostly are the ones that summon courage, because you see, streets, Street life is hard. In short, when you see those people in the street, you feel like say they don't have mind sometimes. It's because of what they've gone through in the streets. Imagine, I remember those days when I was teaching in school. There was a book I taught the children, Faceless. This girl, her name was Fufu. She was as young as 10 years. And she lived how she survived by days because her mother gave birth to a lot of children. And what happens is that they had to do hand picking, eat from people, steal to be able to eat. And the mother kept giving birth in gross, and all the men in her life kept disappointing her. No control, nothing like that. So imagine those kind of children growing up in the streets. Nobody is there until, okay, let's complete that one before we continue. On what do you expect? What do you think their life will look like? What do you think their experience? It takes something more than the usual for them to have a good heart, for them to have a clean heart. So when you see somebody standing out to talk for the poor, standing out to hear, some of us have not benefited anything, but the fact that at least he is like a path and a trail for us, telling us this and this and all of that. What thing he don't do? Understand? What is that? In short, I've told us that what they say did was cyber stalking. From what the lawyer said, cyber stalking. That's how you address people that do. Is it arrest or be kidnap people that cyber stalk? That's by the way. But then, just note that if you want to be a freedom fighter, want to change course, even from your own family, you will not find it easy. I remember a girl, I follow her, Echoes of Experience. She was saying something on YouTube. She said her family, everybody told her, don't start YouTube. What do you want to go and share? They want to share, you share your life on YouTube. She said today, even those that are working in government in her family, sometimes they beg her for money and she earns more than them monthly. Do you understand? So I have not seen anybody wanting to do something that people will not say don't do. And I just keep wondering why. That was why, to be sincere, I want to be on a different class and I'm doing that. When I started my content creation on Facebook, and some of my teenagers were like, Madam, I want to do my own dancing. I want to do this. I said, go on. I gave them tips. The point is that I know that it's not about starting. Better is the end of a thing. So why don't you give people benefit of doubt to push what they want to do? The man that during the judgment of Jesus said something. He said, see, there was a man called Judas when they brought the apostles, and they were like, they should not allow people to talk about Jesus. A man said something. He said, leave these people. Allow them. That a man called Judas sprang up at some point. After some time, when they arrested the followers, the leader, everybody scattered. That if this is of God, it will stand. If it's not of God, it will scatter. Do you understand? So, shutting up somebody that is a freedom fighter, that wants to change a cause, I don't get it. Allow the people to be. But I don't know, that human instinct of wanting to fight change, yet they want change. Like, I am yet to understand that. And that is one thing I never do. Like, somebody comes up with a new idea, ask questions. See how you can support the person. But trying to put the person down. I said, that girl said all her family were against. I remember she even talked about things even as let me say, as bad as her menses on social media. Yeah, she talks about things like that. Like, no personal life, echoes of experience, right? Her family never wanted it. Don't do. And I'm like, for crying out loud, if she doesn't write her story, now you go write the story for her. Social media has given us platform to write our lives, our stories. Some of us, we are not good in writing. For example, you are good in talking, and you have the camera, you have the good phone. Write your story. Don't allow anybody to discourage you, right? So this is just like trying to tell us things we observe in Nigeria, things we know. If you see this category of people, these are what they are. This is why they are doing what they are doing, because either they're eating from the government or they don't care, or people that street have dealt with or Nigerians have happened to them, right? So they will now start talking. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. This is another creative experience, right? And we'll still be bringing updates on VDM. And one thing I don't even know is that I have, sometimes you might not say you're a writer, but the energy, there is that energy, that force that Nigerians want things to be better. Everybody is just trying to, we want it to be good, because some of us, we feel shortchanged, right? And as well, see you again in my next one. Bye.